Right off the bat, let's address the elephant in the room, the hair. It's a wig. I feel like it's kind of obvious that it's a wig. I'm no chic natural. I'm not super good at slaying units. I will leave the details in the description box. I don't do straight hair. I feel super weird, but I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone and try new things. And obviously, it's a lot better for my real hair to wear a straight wig if I want to try that look out than it is to straighten my real hair. Anyway, several videos ago, I was wearing a certain makeup look, and actually a couple different videos, and I had gotten several requests for a tutorial on the makeup look, which is highly unusual. Any videos where I'm doing my makeup tend to do very poorly, but a lot of you guys asked for a tutorial. Now, I don't do tutorials. I ain't no pro. I'm not one of these Instagram makeup artists. I just love makeup, and because I have to be on camera at work frequently, I have learned to beat my face with relative competence. Truth be told, you guys will be shocked at what a basic bitch makeup look this is. It's incredibly simple and straightforward. It's just that I used high quality products, and I think maybe that's what translated. It's only one eyeshadow color. It's nothing complex. But anyway, I had a lot of requests for a tutorial on the look, so I'm going to do the next best thing and show you guys a get ready with me where I recreate the look as best as I can remember. Quick disclaimer before this begins, I happen to have used a lot of expensive, luxury caliber, basically super bougie makeup. The reason for this is I like luxury makeup, and the other reason is if I have a shoot that I know is going to be late in the day at work, I want to use my top-notch, top-shelf products, and those tend to be the expensive ones. I think I knew I was going to be filming later, and I just wanted to make sure I had makeup that would last because, you know, once I'm at work, it's not really easy for me to do any real touch-ups, so I need things that I know will perform, and those tend to be my most expensive products. As the old cliche goes, you get what you pay for, and it's true with makeup too. But there are a few drugstore items thrown in there because there's a lot of drugstore items and affordable items that I love. It just happened to be that the one time you guys asked me for a makeup tutorial, it's when I'm using my bougiest makeup of all. That's it. I know this looks weird. We're not going to talk about it. So I hope you guys like the video and find it helpful, and let's just get on with it. All right, y'all, I'm filming this with natural light, so hopefully everything will be as true to color as is humanly possible. Before foundation, I'm actually going to color correct, and I'm using the MAC Prep and Prime in Peach Lustre. I didn't like this for a long time, but it has grown on me. I think the key thing was figuring out a better way to blend it out, because it is quite orange, but if I blend it out with a beauty blender, it helps prevent it from being too rich and too pigmented for me. I warned you guys that there would be some bougie ass products. The foundation I used was actually a mix of two. This is the bougie one of the two. This is the YSL Teint Touche Eclat foundation. They've actually recently reformulated this, but this is the old version. That's the one I have, and the shade I have is BD60. It's a pretty good match for me, but it doesn't have enough yellow in it. So I like to mix it with the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me foundation. I have the shade 355 Coconut. I purchased this when this foundation first launched. When this foundation first launched, they didn't have that many shades for black girls, so I just got the darkest one, and it is way too dark and rich for me, but I still think it's such a beautiful color, so I like to mix these two because the richness of this one helps counteract this one going gray down here. I normally start my makeup with the eyeshadow if I'm going to be wearing any because of fall down, but I'm using a cream shadow, which is what I used in the original version of this look, so I don't have to worry about fall down. I like to avoid wearing concealer if I can, just because it's another fucking step. So I will often just try putting some foundation under my eyes, and if that gets the job done, that's all I will do. Base is done. Next, I want to prime my eyelids. Even though it's a cream shadow, my skin type is oily, so I wear primers even under cream shadows. I'm just using my NARS, which is still my favorite eye primer. Then in Bougie, on top of Bougie fashion, the shadow I was wearing in those videos is the Charlotte Tilbury Cream Shadow Mona Lisa is the name of the shade. There's a shot of it in the little pot. And it is just the one color. I did not have any other colors on my lid. That's kind of the reason I love these Tilbury shadows. I mentioned another shade in my 2015 beauty favorites video. That shade, Barushka, is possibly my favorite shadow of all time, but I have been loving this Mona Lisa a lot lately. Just using my finger to kind of soften those edges. You could also grab a clean brush and do the same thing, but I'm lazy. After the shadow, I did some basic bitch winged liner, and I used the Tarteist Black Clay Paint Liner. And I am going to line my waterline with black as well, but I'm not going to use the Tarte because it's getting on my nerves, so I'm just going to use a pencil. A Bougie pencil, of course, just to keep things in line with everything else in this Get Ready With Me. But I really do love this eye pencil by Charlotte Tilbury. It's the only one I found that goes on easily, so I don't feel like I'm tugging and working really hard to get the color to deposit, and then it actually stays. Because I'm a high maintenance type of bitch, I'm going in with some eyelash primer before my mascara. This is the Lancome one, which I've used in, I think, every other Get Ready With Me I've ever done, which admittedly is not that many videos, but if you have watched any of those, you'll have seen this before. Then going in with a mascara I've mentioned before, the L'Oreal Miss Manga. See, that's not so bougie, that's drugstore. Now in the other videos, I was wearing the Vegas Nay by Allure in Shining Star Lashes. Today I'm going to be wearing Billy Lashes in Tease because I got these recently and they are the best eyelashes ever. These are not an everyday eyelash. I wouldn't just wear these to be out in the world, but I have to wear eyelashes when I'm doing on camera work a lot, otherwise it looks like I don't have any eyelashes. And I've absolutely been loving these. They are comfortable to wear, they apply easily, and they just look beautiful. They're just really pretty, feathery, fluttery kind of lashes. Lashes that I wish were real. Every time I put them on, I wish this is what my lashes really look like. And for mink lashes, I think they're a very fair price point. They're 20 bucks. So I'm just gonna pop these on and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I have eyelashes, let's get some eyebrows. I'm going to be using my IT Cosmetics pencil, which I've also mentioned in past Get Ready With Me's and things like that, in Universal 2. Then I follow that out with my beloved Bobbi Brown Brow Mascara. Sticking with the theme of horrendously priced makeup, the bronzer was the Giorgio Armani Liquid Summer in shade 110. Picked this up back in April and it's bomb. Like, there's just no two ways about it. I've never tried any other makeup from Armani before, but I've been very happy with this product. I just kind of dot that along my hairline and under the cheekbones and kind of do the bronzer contour deal. And it just blends out really effortlessly. I just pounce it out with my beauty blender. And I also like to do a little bit around my jawline. This is only 2 drops of that Armani product and it's enough for my whole face, at least for me. I mean, I'm sure there's other people who use more, but that ain't me. For highlighter, I use the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow. Just putting a little bit on my finger here and kind of dotting it in the places I want highlight. I don't do the highlighter Rudolph nose thing. I feel like it looks bizarre, but I do like to highlight the bridge of my nose, like higher up between my eyes, and then the top of the cheekbones. In this product, I tend to blend out with my fingers first so I can get a more precise depositing of the product. And then I usually go over top of that with my beauty blender just to give it a final blend into the skin and really press it in. Kind of on the fence about concealer today, but I think I am gonna do some. I don't feel like I look too bad, but whatever. Let's just do the most. Going in with my favorite concealer, which is by Charlotte Tilbury, her Retoucher. I can't entirely recall if I used blush or not that day, but I think I did, and I think the blush I used was by Eclat, the AMC Face Blush, and this is shade number 88. Just gonna place that in between where the highlighter and bronzer are. As you can see, it's very pigmented. So just the lightest amount I'm just kind of laying it down, and now I'm going to blend it out with the Beauty Blender. Just to go over top that liquid highlighter by Charlotte Tilbury, I used Kevyn Aucoin's Candlelight. And I'm just going to set my under eye concealer with the Sonia Kashuk Brightening Powder, which I have also mentioned in a past Get Ready With Me. And because I didn't use a mattifying primer or anything, I'm just going to powder my face with my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Luminous Light. Obviously this is not a powder you use for mattifying, but I don't want particularly matte skin. I just want to make sure my makeup lasts and also just convert any shine into glow, which is what this powder does for me. So I just kind of dab it all over my face. Now the piece de resistance, and what I believe is the real reason anyone even asked for me to do a tutorial on this look, was the lip, and that was Lena Lash's Brad. I have that in the information box of the videos where I was wearing it. As I do in any video, I always list my lip color. So if you ask me what my lip color was and I didn't answer you, that's why. Since you guys have already seen Brad, I was wearing it in the other video. I'm going to use Frederique, which is a very similar color, also by Lena Lashes. Quick gripe, these did not have any names actually on the tube, like on the bottom or anywhere. So for a while I was just holding on to the boxes they came in until I eventually just got some stickers myself and put the names on the bottom. So that's what that little green thing you're seeing is. Pretty janky not to have the name of your shades on your lipsticks, but whatever. So instead I'll be using Frederique, which is a little bit darker, and I think it might have a little bit more, lean more warm. Brad was very cool tone. Let's see how it looks on the lips. Yeah, this is definitely darker than Brad. I will say this, immediately this is way more drying than Brad. Brad I was able to wear comfortably all day. This one, immediately I have butthole mouth. So that's pretty much it. I just have to do finishing touches. I'll spray my face with some setting spray, pop in my nose ring, and do something about this headscarf. And there you have it. No more headscarf. Put some earrings on. These are Border Hammers earrings that she makes, by the way. I will leave a link to those in the description box as well. And I am officially ready. Hopefully this video helped out you guys who had asked for this makeup tutorial. Like I said, I don't do tutorials because I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just a regular person. But thanks for hanging out while I got ready at least, so you could at least see the products that I use. And that's it. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
That's a nappy-headed hose there, I'm gonna tell you that now.